All right, folks, we've got 9 turns. No, 10 turns. Look at that. That's 5, 10. 10 turns under our belt. I've done some more moving and all that. Perseus and the Jackal were the Jackal. So where's Perseus? Perseus is in Lith. So they traded. They were in some mortal hand-to-hand combat for a minute. Perseus just couldn't damage the Jackal. The Jackal's got a. Oh, can't. My big old hand's in the way. So the Jackal has a 6 armor. It's almost impossible, at least with Perseus's his terrible power. He's not going to be able to do anything. So he just decided, you know what, I'm not going to even mess with this guy. So he ran into Lith's lair. He did get shot at, and the Jackal did do did do 1 damage to him. So that wasn't good. But what's happening right now is Camden Drake. He's up there on top of this hill, right? So, and he's got this Sabo laser. I mean, look at that thing, man. It's got 8 power, 3 damage. You can op fire at 1 target. It's got a 40 hex range. So a range of 40. So he's just, let's get a bird's eye view. So basically he's up on top of this mesa, and he can pretty much shoot anything over here. I mean, this is the only terrain that'll actually block his shot. So anything back here will block the shot. But he's and of course the domes too. I think they block line of sight. But he can see like everything. So he's just sitting up there waiting for a target of opportunity. Well, that target happened to be Sheridan. He was over here and he had to move over to this way. So as soon as he went right here, Camden took the shot. So, and he hit. I couldn't believe it. So his first card, I mean, that's the best card in the deck, right? Doesn't matter what happens, you're going to hit. You're always going to be successful with that card. I think there's 1 of them. And then we saw for the Dark Illuminati Team Black, they had the opposite of that card. They had the one where you fail no matter what. So it was a hit. Unfortunately, on the subsequent damage, this is the best results you could get. So he got a +0. Because I think, let me see, what was it? It is, so power is 8 versus armor. So he was better by 6, which that's pretty dang good. So he got that result, and then he got a +0, which kind of stinks. Because he does 3 damage. He could have taken Sheridan out had he got just a +1. Just a +1 to the damage, he would have taken Sheridan out, because he's only got 4 life. But he's down. He's only got 1 life left, so awesome shot with the Sabo laser. Of course, if he would have killed Sheridan, he would have, or killed or even imprisoned him, he would have lost the Sabo laser. So at least he can stay up on that hill and maybe take somebody else out with that Sabo laser. Of course, the legends know that he's got that Sabo laser, but sometimes you can't help it where you get dismissed to. So it was an awesome shot with Camden Drake and that Sabo laser. Alright, so now we are in the adventure phase. So Qual, she moved over here into the future labyrinth. She's going to try to challenge the Guardian. It looks like it is a test of strength. So 3 scree and a space bar. They are spoiling for trouble. Oblige them. So she is going to try. Unfortunately, Qual is not the strongest. So she has a strength of 4. She shares the same time period, so that gives her a 5. So it's basically 5 to 4. So attacker is better by 1. And look at that. We got an amaze on that. So that's pretty good. What do we get? Oh, man. It looks like we could possibly get some loot. So we advance the Guardian. So Guardian moves down 1. She can draw 1 card. So do we want a secret card or do we want a common card? Doesn't really matter. We'll grab a secret card, see what happens. So she got the Henry 44. Sadly, she's terrible with ranged weapons. But, hey, card is a card, right? Is there somebody that can use it? You would think that Sheridan, being the cavalry officer that he is, would be able to use rifles really well. Nope, that's not the case. Ooh, Ian Welsh. Yep, Ian Welsh can use that really good. So we just need to see if we can trade with him at some point in time. Sometimes those opportunities present themselves and sometimes they don't. So Qual gets dismissed. Goes to blue. Let's look here. Where is Ian Welsh? Ian is over there. He's going to get dismissed somewhere, though, because he's trying to heal himself. So she goes to blue. All right, so, man. Qual's taking 2 damage. Well, she's going to... Oh, man. There's no good place. That stupid Jackal's right there. But she's going to go here. And maybe make a run for here and try to heal. And then... So we've got the respect. So is her respect lower or higher than a 5? I think it's respect. All right, I had to double check on that. So that's the honor bonus. So if her honor is equal to or greater than any one of the numbers, she gets to draw a card and see. So her honor is 5, which is equal to 5. So she gets to draw 1 card and see what the honor bonus is. So the honor bonus is heal 1 health if wounded. Actually, that's not bad because she is down. So she is down. She was down by 2. Now she's down by 1. So, I mean, you have to do it in order, right? So you have to dismiss first. Had I gotten that honor bonus first, then I probably would have dismissed her somewhere else. But that's just the way things work. So, yeah. There we go. So, we'll go ahead and put those in the garbage. Well, discard pile. And then that goes back here. So that was a good bit of adventuring on Qual's part. So now we've got Ian Welsh over here. He's going to try to heal at the vortex. So it is a honor 5 challenge. He has an honor of 4. So the defender is better by 1. So that is a fail. Let's see. I think a fail. A fail in the vortex just means he's dismissed. So no healing. So he goes to gold. Alright, where's he going to go? Let's put him... Because remember, Qual has that Henry repeating rifle, or the Henry 44, that he can really use. So we're going to put him there. Yes, they are in danger from this stupid Jackal. But hopefully we'll get lucky and the Jackal won't kill them. He's the only one in danger of being killed by the Jackal. Let's see. Minx and Jinx aren't doing anything. Oh, we've got Sheridan, and we also have this melee over here. The melee phase is before the adventure phase, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. So let's see what happens. So it is Amanda Pierce versus the Martians. Alright, Amanda Pierce and the Martians. Alright, so who's got the highest wits? Looks like Amanda Pierce has a wits of 8. Actually, let's do this. So Amanda Pierce has a wits of 8. The Martians have a wits of 6, so Amanda goes first. So it will be her melee, which is 7, against their defense, which is 7. So attacker is better by 0. And let's see. So we have a miss. Now the Martians get to attack back. The Martians have a melee of 4. And she has a defense of 7, so the defender is better by 3. Defender better by 3, so the Martians actually got lucky and they hit. That's a good card for the Martians. Now let's see if they can do any damage. So the Martians have a power of 5 against Amanda's armor of 2, so they're better by 3. It looks like the attacker is better by 3, so the Martians get a +1 to their damage. And the Martians, they're pretty weak, right? Those little gray aliens with the big heads, so they get +1 to that, so they do 2 damage to Amanda. And Amanda has not been damaged, so she just gets 2. Alright. And now now we get Sheridan. He is in the Ancient Labyrinth, and he is going to challenge the War Guardian to hopefully advance that, which actually is this one right here. So this is a previously revealed Guardian. Nobody's been lucky enough to defeat this Guardian, so it is a 5 honor challenge. Sheridan shares none of the symbols, and he's big old fat hand, man. You can't see past it or through it. If I was invisible, I'd have lots of money. So he doesn't share the same age, and he doesn't share any of the symbols. So it is his base honor, which is 7 to a 5. So he is better by 2. Let's see what. And the attacker is better by 2. That is a pass. So let's see what kind of goodies Sheridan gets. So the Paladin's Nightmare, and it has been a nightmare for, oh, there we go. The Paladin's Nightmare. It's been a nightmare for just about everybody who's went up against it. You are trapped for a week in a wine cellar with a barmaid and a greasy scoundrel. And Sheridan passed later. The scoundrel is safely in prison, and the barmaid is at the convent. Good for him. Good for him. Looks like Sheridan talked the barmaid off the ledge and sent that scoundrel packing. So he is going to advance the Guardian. He will draw 1 card, and then he will be dismissed. Alright, so the Guardian has been advanced. Sheridan will draw a common card. Hopefully he'll get, he would really like a mount, a revolver, a powder pistol, or what is that? A blade weapon. So he's going to draw a common item because his chances of getting one of those 4 things is better. And he didn't get any of those. He did get a Warhammer, so can he use it? He needs a strength of 6. Of course, you don't have to be very smart to use a Warhammer. He does have a strength of 6, and his intellect is more than good enough. So he has a Warhammer now. And now we will dismiss Sheridan, and he goes to a green dome. There's only 2 of them in the entire game, and they are both right there. So Sheridan goes right next to Atalanta. And that will end the Legend's turn. Now it is time for the Dark. I can't talk tonight. It must be that Guinness that I finished right there. So now it is time for the Dark Illuminati to see what they can do. Let's see if we can move that a little bit. Alright, so Atalanta, this is like a really crappy platter as far as movement goes, because you have to go all the way around. Well, you can only access, you can go through that tunnel. So if you want to get to this part of the map, you have to go all the way around and through that tunnel. So Atalanta, the modern labyrinth, has this Guardian that is revealed to everybody, and it is it's an honor challenge. And Atalanta's honor is 1 lower than that, so she might be able to do something with that Guardian, but probably not. And she has 1 card. Ooh, she's got the black bear. Unleash it as a free action. Well, she can't do it while she's in the dome, but she will leave the dome, and she has a movement of 8, which is awesome. So really the only way she can go is this way. So she'll try to catch up to Minx and Jinx there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does she actually want to? Yeah, she'll mix it up with Minx and Jinx. She'll pick on some little people. We'll see what happens there. So Camden Drake, recall Camden Drake he's sitting up on this mesa. He's got that Sabo laser, and he almost took out Sheridan with that Sabo laser. He's probably, you know what? I think I'm going to leave him there. It may or may not be the best move in the world, but actually, you know what? If we move him over to here, then he might be able to get Yeah, he's going to move here because he can't see Torrential Rain and he can't see Amanda Pierce. But if he moves here, unfortunately he won't be able to shoot, but Op Fire he can get him. So he's going to move one space and call it good. Grasshopper is still in jail with, or in prison with Zin, the she-kelpie, so he's not going to do anything. Winter Creek. Winter Creek is right here. He is a colonial, so he is going to move here. Remember, he's super duper slow, but his move cost in the woods is 0 and it's 1 in the swamp. So he has a move of 3, so he can go 1, 2, 3. And then the next turn, he can enter the woods and move all the way to the mouth of the labyrinth in one move. So he's actually pretty good that way. And now we have got over here, we've got the Martians. The Martians did pretty good in that fight against Amanda Pierce. So do the Martians want to go, do they want to go into the labyrinth? Or do they want to stay and fight Amanda Pierce? I think I'm going to go into the labyrinth because the Martians can move through enemy characters. Most of the time when you move into a space with an enemy character, you have to stop, but the Martians don't have to do that, so they can just scoot right past Torrential Rain. And I think that's what the Martians are going to do. Wait a minute, what do we got? So that is the alternate labyrinth. So the Martians would have to challenge this Guardian with Throw. It would be an even contest for them, so they'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. So we'll go 1, 2. Sorry, Torrential Rain, we just zipped right past you. Oh, this is tough. Where do I want to go? And we'll go right there. We'll try to remove their token. And then last but not least, we've got Orpithu sitting right there. Man, what does he do? No, I'm sorry, that's Winter Creek. So Orpithu is right here. And where do we move him to? He will try challenging the Guardian in the Labyrinth, which is probably not the best use for him. It's attacker. We already know the Guardian because it's a revealed Guardian. So it's an attacker better by 0 challenge. So it doesn't matter. That challenge is going to be the same for anybody who goes in there. So we'll just move him to... let's go to the movement side of the equation there. Alright, so now we've got Atalanta, who's going to fight the little people. So there we go. We've got Minx and Jinx. And then we've got Atalanta. She does have the Black Bear card, but she's not going to use it on them. Now next turn she might be able to use them. She's gonna straight up slap these two little people around and let's see what happens. So unfortunately, wits, they're definitely wittier than Atalanta, so they get to go first, but their melee is pretty awful. So it's 3 to her defense of 7. So the defender is better by 4. Defender better by 4. That's a miss. Now it's her turn. She has a 7, they have a 7, so that is a attacker better by 0, and that is a miss. Alright, so we can put Atalanta back. And we can put Minx and Jinx back over in their spot. Oh, so nothing really happened there. Camden Drake. He's over there. He's over here. He can't do anything because he moved. Zin can't do anything. Winter Creek. He can't do anything. The Martians. What did we do? Oh, that's right. The Martians are right here, and they're going to challenge that Guardian. And that is that. So the Martian's throw is a 4, and they don't share that symbol or that symbol, but they do share the same age, so they get a +1, so it's basically even. And attacker better by 0, that is a pass, which that's good, so a pass. So what it is, it's one shot, top of the key, nothing but net, swish. So what happens is, because the Martians are on the black team and that token is a white, it basically just moves back to there, or you can say it just gets removed. So the Martians are there. So we advance the Guardian, they draw 1 card, and then they get dismissed. So the Martians will grab a common card. And this is what they get. They get the Damselette. If the owner is a woman, her melee rating when using the Damselette equals her honor. We have, so the black team has one female character, and that is Atalanta. So her melee is equal to her honor. So her melee is normally a 7, and her honor is a 4. So that having this blade would be terrible. She would actually be worse. But the Martians have it. They can always get rid of it. They can always take it to Lith or something like that. So, and then they get dismissed. Alright, so the Martians will go to green. And again, everybody that's been watching this knows there's only 2 green spaces on the entire play surface, and it's these 2. So the Martians have no choice but to go there. But they did get the Legends influence out of the alternate modern labyrinth. So we can... alternate modern is now belonging to nobody. So now, if you look at it, it is 2-2. So that wasn't a bad play by the Martians. Alright, so now it's Orpithu. He's going to challenge the Colonial Labyrinth, which is pretty dang. It's an easy one. So, the attacker better by 0. All heroes are created equal. At least Lith will treat you as such for this moment. So, it's as simple as attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0. That is an amaze. So, that's going to be great. There's going to be some good rewards here. So, advance the Guardian. Yep, those guys are black. So he advanced the Guardian. He draws 2 cards, gets dismissed, and then he's got the honor bonus. Unfortunately, Orpithu's honor is 0, so he's not going to get any of those 3 bonuses down there. But he does get a chance to draw... he gets a chance to draw 2 cards, so he'll draw 2 common items. Yep, we'll draw 2 common items. Maybe he'll get something good. Let's see what we get. So we get the Storm Sprite. So use wits for hit. He doesn't have any other. He doesn't have the gadget symbol. So wits versus stealth. Orpithu has very high wits. His wits are 7. So that's actually better. It's better than his actual melee attack by 1. So the Storm Sprite's kind of cool. That'll help him out a little bit. And then he got the Gnasher gloves. So they've got his natural, so Orpithu's natural power is a 6 and his natural damage is 3. So he's better off without these Gnasher gloves. But the Storm Sprite will help him out a little bit. And then we just go ahead and dismiss him. And he goes to green. So both green spaces are taken, so Orpithu can go anywhere he wants. And where do we want to go? I'm thinking that we might want to go set up shop in the white team's base because he's got these Nasher gloves that are no good to him, and he can use those to destroy the white low gate, and I think that's what he's going to do. So Orpithu is going to dismiss. He can go to any dome that he wants. So Orpithu is going to, he will go right here, and that will put him very close to the white base. Yeah, he's got these two here, but he's also got help with this. I can't grab it. He's got the Jackal that can help him out. So that's what Orpithu is going to do. And I think that will end it for the Dark Illuminati's turn. And we just finished up. We've got another token we can put on the board, so we'll put another token there, and that will finish up turn 11. All right, so we've just finished up the Legends movement. So we had Ian and Qual. They moved there. They're going to face some op fire from the Jackal. Perseus moved to the Wailing Cave. So if successful in the Wailing Cave, you can choose an enemy with cards, and then you can make him put those cards in the vault. So that's what he's hoping to do. So we're going to try to hope to get some cards out of some people's hands. And then Sheridan moved to here. Makes and Jinx moved to here. They can't outrun her. She's always going to be able to catch them because Atalanta's super fast. But luckily, she wasn't really able to hurt them. And then Amanda Pierce, she's over there. She's going to challenge this Guardian over here and try to put their token back in the labyrinth that got removed. So let's resolve this op fire. So they really want to hit Pierce because he has only got one life left. So if the Jackal can hit Pierce, that's really going to be successful. That's going to be a good thing. So what do we got? So they have a 6 versus Ian Welsh's React, which is a 6. So that's attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0. That is a hit. Alright, so now they have a power of 5. And Ian Welsh's armor is a 2, so the attacker is better by 3. And that is a plus 0 to damage. And the Jackal does 1 damage. That is enough to either kill Ian Welsh, or that is enough to imprison him. So, what do the Dark Illuminati want to do? I think the Dark Illuminati are going to imprison him because, so Ian Welsh has 4 cards in his hand. Or excuse me, 3 cards in his hand, and they don't know. The Dark Illuminati doesn't know what they are. But if they kill him, he drops those cards in the space that he's in. So he's going to drop all his loot right here. Well, Qual is right there, so she can just immediately pick it up. So if we put Ian Welsh, I keep saying Walsh, it's Welsh. If we put Ian in prison, we can always go interrogate him because he goes into prison with his cards. So if we put him in prison, we can attempt to interrogate him and take those cards from him. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put him in the Dark Illuminati prison. So there's that. And now, so the Jackal can op fire up to 3 targets, and they can't be in the same hex. So we can just assume that we op fired at Welsh when he was here, and then we can just assume that we op fired at Qual when she was here. So that's what we're gonna do. So has a 6 versus her stealth is, yes, it's stealth. So it's a 6 range versus Qual's stealth of 3. So attacker is better by 3. Attacker better by 3. That is a hit. And so the power is 5. And her armor is 3. So attacker better by 2. So that is -2 damage. And the Jackal only does 1 damage. So no damage. But the Jackal accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, and that was to take out Welsh and put him in jail. So Amanda Pierce is over there, so we're going to challenge this Modern Guardian, our alternate Modern Guardian. So what do we have? The Odysseus program, Odysseus 1, the first attempted man landing on Mars. So that is an intellect challenge. Amanda Pierce has an intellect of 6. So right now, the defender is better by 2. She does not share the same symbols, but she shares the same age. So the defender is better by 1. Alright, defender is better by 1. That is a pass. So a pass. Odysseus is ashore. All systems are green. So it looks like it was a successful manned landing on Mars. So we advanced the Guardian, which we have already done in the past, but the Illuminati removed that token. She gets 2 cards. She can get... Do we want an elite card? That's the thing. She's probably not going to be very good with it. Let's grab the elite card and see what we get. So she gets a riot shield. Provides additional +1 armor against range attacks. And so it's a +2 armor normally, and then you get a +1 additional against ranged attacks. Now, if she had this same symbol, she'd get even a +1 more armor. But as it stands, she gets a +2 armor, so that's pretty dang good. So that's a good choice for her. And then we will dismiss her. So she gets red. Alright, let's see what we've got. So we've got no red over on this map. We've got plenty of red over here. So we've got red, red, red. If we put her here, then she gets another chance to run over here. So we'll do that. And she's got that riot shield, so if Camden Drake is still sitting up there, it'll help her against that Sabo laser, maybe. So Percy